What's your name, B.O.B.? So they calling you ba, 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 ba. Stop playing, nigga. You know that I'm known for the ba, 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 ba. Hey babes, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Amaya Soleil, and today I'm back with another video. And as y'all can tell by the title, I'm gonna be telling y'all story time about the time my friend did the do with my crush. I know I've been gone for like a week and a half, but I'm back and I'm better. And I also have a new upload schedule. I'm gonna upload every Tuesday and every other Saturday instead of every Tuesday and every Saturday, because it started to become overwhelming, because I felt like if I didn't get a video out every Tuesday and every Saturday, then I was failing at YouTube and I was failing y'all and I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do. So I'm gonna change it so that I can get videos out to you and I won't be feeling overwhelmed at the same time. I also want to thank y'all for 46,000 subscribers. I got 46,000 laybys, like 46,000 people subscribe to my channel. Like a year ago, I never would have thought 46,000 people would subscribe to my channel. So I want to thank y'all so much for subscribing to me. I love all of y'all. Y'all know we're going to do another giveaway at 50K like I did for 10K and 25K. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that. We like 4,000 away. We 4,000 away, so tell your grandma, your brother, your sister, your mother, your granddad, your dog, your dog's baby mother. Tell all your people to subscribe to me so we can do another giveaway when I hit 50K. And y'all know I hate long YouTube intros. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Follow all my social medias down in the description box. Make sure y'all go follow my main Instagram because I be cute on there. And make sure y'all follow my spam Instagram because we be lit on there. And let's just get right into this story time. Okay, so it's 3 people that are very important to this story time. So we just gonna go ahead and give them some code names. The first person we're gonna talk about in this story time, she's a girl and we're gonna name her African Princess. We're gonna name her African Princess because she met my mom and she always used to say she's your prettiest friend. She looks just like an African princess. She is African, by the way, but my mom used to always say she looks just like an African princess. She looks so pretty, just like an African princess. So we're gonna name her African Princess. Now the second person, we're gonna name him Crush, and as y'all can tell by the title, y'all already know what role he about to play in this story time. And the third person, we're gonna name him Kevin Hart because he is real short, just like Kevin Hart, and he's the same complexion as Kevin Hart, same skin complexion, and he's really funny like Kevin Hart, like old Kevin Hart though, not new Kevin Hart, but old Kevin Hart. Like he is like funny, like just like Kevin Hart. This story time takes place in 8th grade. I had just moved to Maryland. This was my very first year living in Maryland. And it was a huge adjustment for me coming from New York to living in Maryland. It was just like a big adjustment for me. I had to get used to people talking about some you, ooh, to, do, ever, new, boo, like all this extra ooh at the end of their words. Well, at the end of some of their words. And it was just a big adjustment for me. Like, you know, New York got their own accent, you know, own culture, you know, own slang. So coming to Maryland and hearing people talk about some ew, to, you, boo, it was just like, I don't like that. Like, you know, not that I don't like it, but I'm confused. Like, I don't understand it. Like, why is y'all talking like this? Not only that, they had this dance that everybody knew this dance. I didn't know it, of course. Everybody knew how to do this dance. It was like they would shake their legs and then twirl their arms, and then out of nowhere, everybody would just drop to the floor and start moving their legs like spiders. I would be at lunch and somebody would start playing music, and a lot of people would just start shaking their legs, twirling their arms, and then everybody would hit the floor at the same time. It was like they always was in sync almost. Everybody would just hit the floor and start shaking their legs like spiders. And I'm over here in the corner, you know, millie rocking in confusion because, you know, I wasn't familiar with the culture and stuff yet. You know, they had a whole different culture, language, dance, and I didn't know about none of it. So, like, coming from New York, I just felt so alone. Like, I just felt like I did not fit in. Like, they got their own culture. I'll be texting my friends from New York like, you know, I don't like it here. I'm gonna try to come back. I be texting my grandma, calling my grandma like, Grandma, can I come live with you? Like, my mama talking about she don't want to move back to New York because she want, you know, to expand and see different experiences and, you know, grow. But, you know, I want to come back home because I just don't feel like I fit in here. And of course now, you know, I understand, you know, I fuck with y'all dances. I fuck with some of y'all music and stuff. But back then when I had just hit Maryland soil, I was like, oh no, baby, take me back home. take me back home, drive me back home. I'm about to go to my grandma's house. Like, I don't know. I just don't feel like I fit in. I really did not feel like I fit in with anybody until I saw African Princess. And African Princess, she just looked like a person I would hang out with. She looked like she stayed to herself. I didn't really see her with a whole group of people. She looked like she stayed to herself. She could dress. She always kept her hair done, and she was really, really pretty. And so, like, this just looks like a girl that I would hang with. Like, I love people that is able to, you know, enjoy their own company and don't feel like they have to be liked by everybody, because some people you can't even trust. I just love people that could, you know, stand 10 toes down and just be by themselves, and, you know, they able to enjoy their own company. They don't have to, you know, follow the crowd all the time. So I was like, she just seemed like my type of person. Like, I think I'm gonna like her, you know, like that's my girl. Like, I like her. Something about her I like. Some way, somehow, me and African Princess became cool. And I think it's because we lived in the same apartment complex. We rode the same morning bus to school and after school. And, you know, we was in the same school together. So it was like, we was probably gonna become friends. Honestly, we was more than friends. Like, that was like my ex boom coon. Like, we wasn't like this or like this. We was like this. That was my girl. She told me her business. I told her my business. We vented to each other. You know, she used to come to my house. She met my mama. You know, I used to come to her house. I never got to meet her mom because her mom was always working. But I was always at her house. You know, if we didn't want to be in the house, we would come outside and play at the park. You know, we even went to the store down the street, Wegmans, and got candy together, donuts, snacks, all that. We would just come back to my house. We'd be watching movies. You know, even on Halloween, we went trick-or-treating together. You know, we dressed up the same. That was literally my girl. Like, at this point, she was my sister, and she honestly was the opposite of me a little bit. Like, she didn't know how to take up for herself. If somebody said something about her, or she didn't like a service or something that she got done, she would never speak up about it. And so I always found myself, you know, defending her, you know, cussing somebody out on her behalf, you know, because at this point, that's my sister. I'm thinking, this is my sister. We done got so close that this is my sister, and you're not gonna play with my sister. So yeah, you say something to her, you say something to me, and I'm gonna come to her rescue every single time. Like I told y'all, me and African Princess was just that close that I ended up venting to her about Crush. I'm telling her about Crush, and I'm telling her about how I like him, which I did like him. Like, I liked him, but I didn't like him. It was like head over heels in love. It wasn't like that. Like, I just, you know, liked him, and he actually wasn't even my crush. I just didn't know what to title the story time. Me and him was talking. Like, it was mutual. Like, I wasn't just, you know, crushing on him from afar. Me and him was talking, but I just didn't know what to title the story. Oh, my friend has sex with somebody I talked to. Like, no, crush just got a better ring to it. So I used that. But me and him was talking. Eventually, you know, I thought I was going to have this strong like for him. And, you know, we was probably going to be something bigger than what we was. You know, I really thought that we was going to be like Rashad and Nunu from ATL, you know, before he snatched her necklace. But at the moment, I didn't like him. I just liked him. Y'all get it? Got it. Good. So you know how you want to know the scoop on somebody you like, or just want to know the scoop on anybody, period, but you got that one friend that know everything about everybody? Yeah, that was African Princess. So I said, hey girl, can you give me like 2 scoops of chocolate ice cream and 2 scoops of vanilla ice cream? She was like, yeah girl. Ended up giving me 4 scoops of chocolate ice cream and 6 scoops of vanilla ice cream. She gave me way more information than I needed. She had even told me that this boy had gotten into a fight and got his front teeth knocked out. And I was like, you know what? I'ma stick beside him. I'ma stick beside him because he gonna be the Rashad to my Nunu. I'ma stick beside him. So eventually we all like started hanging out as a friend group. It was me, African Princess, Crush, Kevin Hart, and it was 2 other girls that me and African Princess was cool with. Actually, y'all know D from the story time. I got stabbed by a school teacher. It was D and another girl. So it was me, Crush, African Princess, Kevin Hart, D, and another girl. So we all used to be outside together until the street lights came on, be at the park, be at each other's houses. You know, we were gonna get food. You know, we'd be playing games. We'd be making dub smashes. We'd be making trillers or thrillers, whatever they was called, the little music, and you just be dancing, take different takes, and then you mash them all together, and then it look like a music video. Yeah, triller, thriller, whatever Michael Jackson said, thriller, killer, biller, whatever. We all was just like really great friends. We all got close. Like, we all just had like a really cute, nice bond. But anyway, shortly the friend group started to fall apart because I stopped messing with Crush. I stopped talking to Crush because Crush was just giving weird energy, giving obsessive energy, giving creep energy. And I was just like, you know, even in 8th grade, I got common sense. And I know what I like. And I know I'm not finna sit up here with no weirdo and be talking to no weirdo. Like, baby, no. I already done accepted the fact that you done got beat up and got your teeth knocked out your mouth. But now you being weird and you giving me creep vibes and all that. So I nipped that right up in the bud, and I was just like, no, I don't want to talk to him no more. And I stopped talking to him. And you know, he was mad that I didn't want to talk to him no more, so he really ain't want to hang out with us no more. You know, he even had his mama and his little sister, you know, texting me, throwing shots at me, and just being weird. The whole family was being weird at this point. He would run around the school talking about me, but I just really wasn't fazed. Like, you're just mad I don't want to talk to you no more. I'm sorry, you can't feel the vibe no more. So of course I vented to African Princess about everything. And so of course when I stopped talking to Crush, you know, I told her I ain't talking to him no more, girl. Like, he's weird, he give me creep energy. Like, you know, he want to be a gangbanger so bad, he asking me to hide guns and stuff for him, and I ain't with none of that, baby. Like, even in 8th grade I had common sense. I'm just like, no babes, don't want nothing to do with him. Like, he just got a weird, like, he started acting weird out the blue, and you ain't my type of chip. You ain't my type of chip or dip. So maybe 2 weeks had gone by that I stopped talking to Crush, and all of a sudden African Princess asking me questions like, so I think you and Crush gonna start talking again. I'm like, girl, no. Like, it's been 2 weeks. I don't want nothing to deal with that no more. Like, so she like, you really don't like him no more? Like, you really don't think you'll talk to him no more? Just asking questions like that. And I'm like, no, girl. Like, ugh, no. And I didn't think nothing about it because I vented to her about a lot of stuff. And she will often ask questions. I would ask questions. Like, it was normal for her to ask questions like that, or me to ask her questions like that. So I didn't think nothing of it at the time. So the friend group wasn't totally broken. Of course, Kevin Hart wanted to be around us because Crush was around us. But, you know, the girls that I was hanging with, we was still a group, and we would still be outside together. And then if we seen Kevin Hart, you know, he'll stop by and say hi to us on the way to walk into his friend house or something. Like, it wasn't totally broken up, but we all, like, wasn't close. Like, all of us wasn't as close as we was before. So one day, you know, I'm in the house for some reason. I must have been on punishment because that's the only way I would have been in the house, baby. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm always out and about. So I had to be on punishment or something, but I still had my phone, so I couldn't. No, I used to trick my mom and tell her I needed my phone for school, so she went, yeah. I must have been on punishment. So I must have been on punishment or something, and I get a call from Kevin Hart. And I'm like, hey, bro, like, what's up? Because I just call him bro. So I'm like, hey, bro, like, what's up? Like, what's up? Like, why you calling? He like, hey, guess who African Princess is having sex with right now on her couch? And he tells me that he's right outside her apartment door, and his man's, like, somebody he's cool with, is in there, you know, doing the do with her. Now, let me tell y'all, it's about time I tell y'all why African Princess seemed like she always stayed to herself. Well, African Princess was kind of known as the thoughts of our school. She was known as, you know, the thoughts around, you know, where we lived at, because she had sex with a lot of the guys that lived around, you know, our area. She had sex with a lot of guys, and she allowed some of them to record her, you know, whether they was or whether she was. It was multiple videos out, and they ended up exposing her 7th grade year. Now, I had came in 8th grade year when, you know, kind of all the bullying died down. People would say stuff to her here and there, but it was like really, really big in 7th grade. Like, people was on that ass in 7th grade. She ended up telling me that she kind of felt peer pressure, and like I told y'all, she was a person that didn't know how to say no. She didn't know how to take up for herself. She was easily walked over. So I truly believe that she didn't mean to, you know, just be this whore. She didn't mean to, you know, just go out and just, you know, do every guy that she saw. I think it was just the fact that she wanted to be liked. She just didn't know that she could not trust these people. But of course, a bunch of 7th and 8th graders ain't gonna look at it like that. They just gonna call her a thought, because, you know, kids are mean and they bullies. And I say all of that just because of when I tell y'all my response on the phone, I don't want y'all to be like, oh, is she an escort? But no. So we still on the phone. I'm still on the phone with Kevin Hart, And I'm like, who? She having sex with her regular? And I said her regular because out of all the boys she had did it with, it was just this one boy that she kept doing it with. Like, she really, really liked him. And he was playing with her the whole time, but she really, really liked him. And so she kept allowing, you know, him to do with her. And I don't want to give him a code name, so we just going to call him her regular. So I was just like, who, her regular? And he was like, no, and I'm not going to tell you, but if you guess, I'll say yes. And so I'm like, what you mean? Like, I'm not gonna play no guessing game with you. Like, this is not Dora. Do you know who African Princess is having sex with on her couch right now? Okay, face ass. Like, this is not Dora. I'm not gonna play no guessing game with you. Like, it's either you gonna tell me or you're not. And so I told him that, like, it's either you gonna tell me or you're not. I'm not gonna, like, guess. Like, no. And he was like, well, I'm not telling y'all. And I was like, okay, well, goodbye. Like, and I hung up the phone because, like, that's already not even my business. But do not call me and say you got some tea and then act like you don't want to spill it. What you call me for, that teapot? So, honestly, I had forgot he even called me. The next day at school, you know, me and African Princess, we was talking. I think we sat at the same lunch table. We was back to our regular programming. You know, I was after school with her. She came to my house. I was at her house. We was cool for like a week and a half. And then all of a sudden, African Princess and Kevin Hart just get in this big fight. Kevin Hart, like, despised African Princess. Like, he was just disgusted with her. Like, he was just like thought this, thought that. Like, he was coming for her head. He did not like African Princess, y'all. Like, he literally, like, when I say he despised that girl, like, he had such a big hatred for that girl out of nowhere. And the crazy thing about it was, we all used to be outside together, kikiing. All of a sudden, it was just like, like, he was just so mean to her. And one day, you know, I was outside with D and, you know, the other girl we used to hang with. But African Princess, she was like super, super smart. And I think she had to stay after school for something. I don't remember what she had to stay after school for. I don't know if she was in a math club or something. She had to stay after school for something. And so she wasn't outside with us. Me, D, and the other girl, we had ended up running into Kevin Hart. Now, when we ran into Kevin Hart, of course, we all cool with him. We all call him bro. So we was like, hey, bro, you know, like, what's up with you? Like, where you about to go? Because, you know, he always, like, walk and go to his friend's house down the street. So I'm like, oh, where you about to go? And he talking to us or whatever. And he dropped the bomb. He like, remember that day I called you and told you African Princess was having sex with somebody on her couch? And I was like, yeah. Like, honestly, I forgot. Like, I don't really care about who she doing to do with. In 8th grade, I wasn't even on none of that. Like, you would not catch me kissing, touching, having sex with, rubbing. Like, I thought that was disgusting. Like, all my other peers that was, like, doing the do at that age, I was like, y'all is too grown for me. Y'all too grown for me. I don't want no parts, though. Y'all know, y'all do whatever y'all do over there. Don't bring that over here. Like, I don't want to be a part of none of it. So, he was like, oh, well, I can tell you who she was doing it with on the couch now. And I'm thinking, here you go. Want to play this guessing game again? I'm not going to keep playing the guessing game with you, sir. And so he was just like, no, I'm really going to tell you. So I'm like, okay, who? He like Crush. I ain't gonna lie. My whole stomach fell in my booty hole. Ploop, right in my booty hole. Because, well, she know, you know, I like that boy. She know I liked him. Like, I no longer like him no more. But, you know, it's girl code. You don't mess with nobody your friends used to mess with, is messing with, even liked. Like, you don't cross that line. Like, I really could not believe my ears. You know, I was like, hold on, let me clean them out. Ain't no way she, you know, did to do with Crush. Ain't no way. Are you sure? I was like, you just lying because you don't like her right now. Y'all beefing right now. And he was like, no, I'm dead serious. I even got a video. You got a what? You got a what? And he like, well, Crush got the video. I can have him send it to me tonight and I'll send it to you. But I had a feeling that he was telling the truth. Like, even without seeing the video, I just had a feeling that he was telling the truth. So I texted African Princess that night. I'm like, did you have sex with Crush? And she was just like, no. And, you know, I can't tell her tone through text. So I was like, oh, okay. You know, Kevin Hart said y'all did, but, you know, I believe you. But something like this, I just couldn't shake this feeling that she was lying. And they actually did do the do. So I was just like, I'm going to ask her again tomorrow while we waiting on the bus to go to school. So we at the bus stop in the morning. I'm like, African Princess, girl, hey. Like, hey, girl. Did you have sex with Crush? She like, no. But I could see it all in her face that she was nervous. Like, I could tell all in her face that she was just lying. And so I'm like, you sure? You sure? You sure? She like, yeah, I'm sure, like, we didn't do, I would never do that to you. But the tone of her voice and everything was like she was scared shitless. And I kind of understand, because in 8th grade I was fighting a lot and I was getting into a whole bunch of drama a lot, and she's a person that can't fight, she don't get into drama, and so I think she thought I was gonna pop off on her. So I understand, but like, she could not hide it on her face. Like, she's not a good liar, because I could see all in her face that she was lying to me, and I felt it all in my soul. And so like, I just felt so differently from that day, and I was like, I gotta find proof, because I can't just, you know, go off on her. And she, you know, I don't have no proof. I never got the video, so I was like, I don't have no proof. After school, you know, the routine was really to come over to my house. Everybody was at my house, honestly. Like, yeah, I would go to other people's house often, but the main spot was my house, because my mom used to get home late from work, so everybody used to be at my house. So she came over to my house, you know, D is over there too. And when she came in, she was like, my phone about to die, you got a charger? I'm like, oh yeah, girl, here go the charger. And so she was like, yeah, I gotta go pee. So I'm like, okay, can I see your phone? She's like, why you gotta see my phone? Why you gotta see my phone? And she was just so defensive about it. And before I'd be like, Amaya, y'all go through phones? No, but like, I'm like, we used to send each other pic mail, or do pic mail on each other's phones. Like, okay, so I could take a picture on my phone, send it to her like pic mail, and she'll hype it up and da-da-da. And that's usually how we knew that the picture was cute enough to post on Instagram back in the day. Or, you know, I would take her phone and like, you know, make funny faces in the camera, take funny pictures, and then later on in the day, she'll send them to me, or she'll post them on Snapchat and be like, Amaya better stare at my phone, kiki. Like, I know y'all did that too. I know it wasn't just us. So we used to call it pic mail though. Or I can go on her phone and just get on Snapchat and leave her a video for her to see later. Or I could go on her dub smash, make a dub smash on her phone. Or simply, sometimes my phone just ran out of storage and I would ask to take pictures on her phone. She never used to question me about it though, like never. Mind you, her phone was half dead. So she was getting ready to take her phone off the charger just to take it into the bathroom with her so she could pee. Now I understand that she would have took it because she had to, you know, do number 2. But to pee something real quick, and you know, you wash your hands, flush the toilet, what you gotta take your phone in there for, girl? I found some excuse though so that I can get her phone. She gave it to me or whatever. And so I'm scrolling as fast as I can, because I know she gotta pee real quick. She gonna wipe, you know, flush the toilet, wash her hands real quick. It's not, I don't got that much time to, you know, be taking my time. So I'm over here scrolling through the phone. Look through the messages, ain't nothing in there. Look through the photos, ain't nothing in there. So I go to the Instagram DMs, boom, I see a message thread with her and Crush. And y'all, you know, I thought I was gonna see them flirting or something in this message thread. You know, something real innocent. I could be like, I don't like that you did that, but it's forgivable. I opened this message thread, y'all. Again, my stomach just plopped right down to the booty hole, because in these messages I see her talking about some, you got a big sausage, your sausage felt so good, and he like, yeah, we need to do it again. Little 8th grade me was like, friend, this really how you gonna do me, friend, like, it's me, friend, the girl that's always taking up for you, always, you know, sharing her food with you. You can always come to my house, wear my clothes, you know, you can always take a shirt. You need a scrunchie, I got you. You know, you need me to help you with your hair, I got you. Somebody messing with you, I'm on that, friend. Me, friend. Like, out of all the bitches you could cross, me, friend. And I ain't gonna lie, I was pissed. And I was more pissed at her than him, because like I told y'all, I liked him, but I didn't like him. So it was just like, I felt so close to her, like that was my sister, like that was my girl. Like, I really thought that was like gonna be my lifelong friend. Like, wow. So it was just like a slap in the face. And then the nerve that you still in my face. You got the nerve to come to my house. Like, you don't even got the nerve to like act funny. You know how when people guilty, so they act funny and they try to avoid people. You don't even got the nerve to do that. You just so comfortable to be in my face, in my house, laying on my bed, knowing you done did a do with my crush. I'm like, friend, like, you wild, friend. When she came out the bathroom, like, I had the meanest face on, and I already got a resting bitch face. So just imagine, like, I was staring into this girl so, and she's like, what? Like, girl, you know what? So I'm like, get out my house. Take you and your dead ass phone and get out my house. Get out my house, walk, get out my house. Usually I would walk her home, but I was like, nope, get out. Walk by yourself. Get out, ask Crush to walk you home. Get out. And she left. Yeah, I was just so hurt. I was so hurt. But back then, you know, I always had to get revenge. Like, I couldn't let nobody have one up on me. I couldn't be the bigger person. So honestly, I'm gonna tell y'all what happened between me and her first before I tell y'all what happened between me and him. So me and her had gotten this big little argument, because I ain't gonna lie, I ran my mouth all over the school. I was like, oh, she F crushed, like me and her not cool no more, da da da. Yes, I ran my mouth, so childish, whatever, but I did it. And I was in 8th grade. I was what, like 13, like cut me some slack. But I ran my mouth all over the school. Word got back to her, and she act like, you know, she wasn't in the wrong. Like, she was talking crazy, so I was talking crazy back. And we had this date that we was gonna fight each other. Like, we was gonna fight each other. And like 2 days before, you know, the day that we was gonna fight each other, you know, she apologized to me. She's like, you know what, Amaya, I'm sorry, I don't want to fight you. Like, you already know I can't fight. I don't want to fight you. Like, you know, I'm sorry, I should never did that. Whoop doop doop. And I was like, you know what, it's fine, you know, fine, whatever. Because I really had to realize that. And even back then, I realized that a lot of times boys can stay friends. Boys can, you know, mess with the same girl and be back friends, back dapping each other up, back at each other's house, you know, don't even let nothing faze them. And I'm just like, why we can't be like that? Why we can't be like that? And I didn't even really care for this boy like that. Like, he wasn't somebody I was knees deep in love with. So like, why can't I forgive her? Like, so I forgave her. But I did tell her straight up, I was like, you do this ever again, and I'm gonna whoop that ass. Like, you know how when your mama tell you, before we go into the store, you better not ask for nothing. But then you go in the store, you be like, Mom, can I have this? She be like, don't not tell your motherfucking ass. Yeah, that's how I was picking her. Like, little sister to big sister. Don't ever do that shit again. Like, I was not playing with her. I was like, don't play with me again. And I'm not playing. Now, as for him, so, you know, I had to fight fire with fire. And I just had to show him, you know, why I'm my daddy's daughter. Like, don't play with me. So, I started talking to all his friends. All of them. I started talking to all his friends. Well, not all of them, like his closer friends, like 5 of his friends. I started talking to all of them. All 5. And you know, I didn't have to have sex with them because I wasn't on it at the time. Didn't have to send no nudes. They had to kiss all up on them. Didn't have to let them fill all up on me. None of that. I just had him all sprung straight off of personality. And he was pissed because, like I said, he still wanted to talk to me. He was talking about me all over the school. So to find out that I'm talking to 5 of his friends, you know, he tried to play me like a thought. He tried to go around and be like, oh, Amaya being a thought, like, you know, African princess. But no, ain't none of them hitting this. Ain't none of them getting this. I got all your friends sprung just off personality. And yeah, so that's the end of the story. Moral of the story is, people is not your real friends, okay? I mean, to this day, everybody that I named in the story, we cool with. I don't really talk to them, you know, as heavy as I used to, but we cool. You know, they could text me, be like, hey, what's up with you? I'd be like, what's up with you? Like, you know, we cool, we cordial, because that was in 8th grade. We was kids. I can't really, you know, hold a grudge no more. Like, I don't care. But anyways, I want to thank y'all so much for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow all my social medias down in the description box. And again, I want to thank y'all so much for watching. Bye.